All right, everybody, welcome. I don't know if you're going to watch live or if you'll watch this later. It's been a minute since I did this. I just need to move my body, and it's been a long day, and I'm feeling backbends and also feeling like doing some specific work with a block. So go grab a block and a rolled up mat. If you don't know how to use a rolled up mat, it's a yoga mat folded lengthwise in thirds and then rolled up into this. Okay. And if you don't have this with this width, grab a pillow, grab a beach towel and roll it to something like this width, like it's the width of your head. So that when you squeeze it during abdominal work, we're going to squeeze it between the thighs. It's turning on the adductor. So adductors are your inner thigh muscles, and they're really powerful and important muscles for doing safe and powerful backbends in particular. So that is where we're headed, I think. I don't know. I'm doing this live. So here we go. All right, get on your mat. You got all your stuff, have it around, sit on a blanket if you want. And take this time, sit any way that feels good to you. Take this time right now to connect to your breath. So slow down, just drop it, like drop the shields, drop the thoughts, the stuff, the day, and come inward. How do you come inward? Up to you. Maybe your eyes are closed, maybe your eyes are open. You can start to breathe in and out through your nose. Or maybe you just start to feel some movement. Maybe like my shoulders want to move, suddenly my rib cage wanted to move. Let that be okay. You do want to ground and come into your conscious mindful movement practice. And that can be through stillness or through conscious movement and breath. So slowing down and giving yourself this opportunity to just arrive. Maybe it's the first time all day, or maybe it's the beginning of your morning. Connect inward. Feel your breath. Feel inside of your skin. And notice what it feels like right now to breathe in a way that moves your rib cage with your breath. All right, open your eyes. We'll start with a twist. If lotus is available to you, put your left foot into lotus. Reach your left arm around, grab a hold of the foot or grab a hold of clothing there by your hip, or just put the hand behind your back. Right hand onto the knee, relax your shoulders down. Inhale, grow the spine tall. Exhale, twist. Use your arms a little bit. You're not cranking it, but you are feeling into what feels really good here. For me, using the arms, a little push-pull, following the breath. And release. All right, change the legs. Bring the other leg in front or your right foot into half lotus. Right hand reaches around behind your back. Inhale, grow your spine up tall. Exhale, twist. And release. Come into Badakanasana. Let's take a few moments in wrist stretches. Take your hands out to the side. Sitting in Badakanasana, you can activate your abdominal muscles, lengthen your spine straight up out of pelvis. Exhale, bring one finger at a time into a fist and roll the knuckles down. Turn your palms, face them forward. Inhale. Exhale the thumb in first, fingers around that thumb. And then bring your fingertips down to the mat in front of you and stretch out your hand bones. So just my 4 fingers are on the mat and I'm stretching the palms away. And keep a micro bend in your elbows so you don't lock out. Side bend. Take the left hand straight out from your hip. Inhale your right arm up. Exhale into your side bend. Relax your shoulders down. Let your head hang. Find a good spot for your head to be heavy so your neck contraction. And find out how's your jaw. And I need to sometimes roll out my jaw. Take the top arm, reach it over into this position where your right hand is hovering above the earth and you're letting your head hang over to the side. Keep the lift in your chest. It's easy in this position to droop your chest down and kind of cave in. You want to lift up in chest. Keep your abdominal area strong and connected. It's not tight, not held. Relax the belly. And also be aware of your core at the same time. And inhale, come up, and exhale over to the other side. Draw the shoulders down. Spiral your left side ribs open. Neck release. Move your bottom jaw around. Let it kind of glide side to side or just open and close the jaw. Or let it hang. Release. Come on up. Pick your heavy head up. Let's go all the way forward to all fours and move into your cat-cow. Just starting to wake up the spine, bringing in a little movement. I got my toes tucked under so I can open up the backs of the toes. Take any kind of circular motion or side-to-side motion, wave motion. You want to just get movement here. You can continue to open your wrists, turn your fingers to point towards each other. Try that range of motion. You might bend the elbows out, do like a little mini push-up, sending the elbows straight out, your fingers pointing towards each other. That's a nice warm-up for your wrists. You can also turn your fingertips to point back towards your knees. You could do one wrist at a time, and you can take circles here of your upper body And you move the full range of motion of that wrist. And it also feels really good. Palms face up, fingers pointing towards the knees. Check in with your breath. And then walk it out, bending one knee and then the other. And then come on down onto your knees. Grab your rolled up mat or pillow or rolled up towel. Have it nearby. You also want your block nearby. We'll start abdominal work with elbow to knee. It's to get the body moving and connect into the deepest part of the core. You can always do this with the feet down or the feet on a wall. Clasp your hands behind your head. Inhale, head and shoulder blades up. Feel your lower back, press it into the mat. Top rim of sacrum down, curl the tailbone up. Exhale, twist to the left, reach your right leg out, pull the belly down. Inhale, come back to center, breathe into lower back, curl the tailbone up. Exhale, twist right, straighten left. Inhale, come back to center. Top rim of sacrum presses into the mat. And you curl your tailbone up. Exhale, twist up and over towards your left thigh. Reach out through your right leg. Pull the lower belly down. Keep a little space between your chin and your chest. Let your head rest into your hands so you're not pulling on your neck. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, twist to the right. Straighten the left leg. Pull the belly down. Do 4 more of these on your own. Go. Release, hug your knees into your chest and take a little rock side to side. Grab that rolled up towel, mat, pillow, put it between your thighs and get a good squeeze on it and take your legs straight up towards the ceiling. You're going to push up through the balls of your feet and spread out your toes for this first set. Clasp hands behind your head. My legs are straight up. Yours don't have to be. Your knees can be bent. You can have feet on the floor. Keep the toes spread though. Inhale, head and shoulder blades up. Squeeze that roll. Curl the tailbone up. Exhale, twist to the left. Pull the belly down. Inhale, come back to center. Squeeze the roll. Exhale, curl the tailbone up. Send both elbows to the right thigh. Pull the belly down. Inhale, come back to center, squeeze the roll. Press lower back into the mat, rest your head into your hands. Exhale, curl the tailbone up, send both elbows to left thigh, pull the belly down. Inhale, come back to center. Press lower back into the mat. Squeeze the roll. Exhale, curl the tailbone up. Send both elbows to the right thigh. Pull the belly down. Inhale, come back to center. Squeeze the roll. Exhale, curl tailbone up. Send both elbows towards left thigh. Inhale, back to center. Squeeze that roll. Exhale, curl the tailbone up. Send both elbows to the right thigh. Pull the belly down. Back to center, last one, squeeze that roll, curl the tailbone up, exhale, twist to the left, pull the belly down. Inhale, squeeze the roll. Exhale, curl the tailbone up, twist to the right, pull the belly down. All right, come down, move the roll, grab your block, lift up into bridge, slide the block underneath your sacrum, and stay here. So sacrum should feel really supported and the height of your block depends on your body. So you don't have to go up to the highest rung of your block like I just did. Shift your right foot to center and hug your left knee in towards your chest. And let's take a little time here stretching the right leg. Maybe it hovers above the floor, stretch it out, or maybe you keep the right foot on the floor. Find out what's going to work for you. You can hold the shin, you can hold the back of the left thigh, you cannot hold the leg. Do what feels good to you. Opening up into more of a split action, taking your left leg up towards the ceiling, and maybe if you have more room, bring left leg towards left shoulder like I'm doing. And just feeling this out here. So this feels nice to roll out my ankles. And I'm deepening my breath. Feel the support of your block underneath you. You can always have the support of your right leg as well down. And we're going to move into a half Virasana. Virasana is the pose where you sit back on your heels. So here you've got this leg stretching the quadricep. You're on the top of the foot. If you cannot do this, go to here. Sole of the foot is still on the floor. And feel what feels best on your knee. Keep the knees kind of magnetically drawn towards each other. They're not squeezing in, but you're also not letting them fall out. And breathe. All right, left foot down. Let's do the second side. Bring your right knee in, hold it anywhere. You might stretch your left leg out away from you, just finding out. You're slowing down your breath as well, so really taking your time here. I really am feeling into how great the stretch is and also like taking a load off. Hips are higher than the head, so it is technically an inversion. That's feeling really good to me right now. So lots of variations here. You can have your right knee bent. You can stretch the legs straight like you're doing splits on the back. Whatever works. Opening up the hips and the hamstrings here in particular, supporting the lower back, so that's lengthening. A lot of great stuff happening in this. Let's go into that second position. Half Virasana on the right, come onto the top of the foot. And slow, steady breath. All right. Release. Lift up off of the block, move the block out of the way, and roll your spine down from the upper back through the middle back, the lower back, and the sacrum. Hug your knees into your chest. And roll either forward and back to come up to stand, or roll to one side. Sun salutations, putting the knee down, so I like to pad my knees. You can do that as well. Step up to the front of your mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Lunge. Take the left knee back, put it down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Hands down. Step back to plank. Exhale, lower. Low cobra. Exhale, back, downward dog. Lunge, left foot forward, right knee down, inhale. Exhale, hands down, step up to the front of your mat. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Lunge, right foot back. Inhale. Hands down, step back to plank. Exhale, lower. Low cobra. Exhale, back, downward dog. Lunge, right foot forward, left knee down, inhale. Exhale, hands down, step up to the front of your mat. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands to heart. Keep going, inhale. Exhale. Left foot back. Maybe you put the knee down, maybe you don't want to. Hands down, step back, plank. Exhale, lower. Cobra. Downward dog. Left foot forward, lunge. Last one. Step your right foot back, lunge. Hands down, step back, plank. Exhale, lower. Cobra. Downward dog. Lunge, right foot forward. Hands down, step up to the front of your mat. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart. Katasana. Twisting chair. Bend the knees, lower the hips. You can have your knees and your feet together or have them hip distance apart. Exhale, twist to the right. Take your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. You could also come across the thighs if you want. You could reach your right arm up or have the hands together. Send your hips back. Draw your left hip back and your left rib cage forward. Come back to center. Inhale. Exhale, twist the other way. All right, release. Come down to all fours. Dolphin with one leg up, or if you want to watch me, I'm headed into something called dorsal fin, where I will first take an arm up, then I'll take a leg up. I will talk you through, because some of you might want to play with dorsal fin. It's an advanced pose, a lot of flexibility, a lot of strength, and you can totally work up to it. So if you are working up to it, holding dolphin 5 to 10 breaths, do that. You want to take a leg up, you take a leg up. If you're headed into dorsal fin, let's come onto the right forearm. Press your right forearm strongly forward and down. Make sure there's space in your right shoulder. Free up the left arm. Everything feels good. You're not collapsed on the right. Take that left arm, cross it across your back. Hold on to pants at your right hip. Now, what I'm able to do, because I have really open hamstrings, is I can put my left heel down. That might not be you. So if you can't yet put the heel down, it makes it more of a balance challenge. You're going to lift your right leg up with the heel up. So that's a challenge, and I'm talking at the same time. So I'm going to put my left heel down because I can. All right, so now right leg is up. Bend right knee. Hold on to the foot. That's your dorsal fin. Back out of that slowly. We're going to the second side. Maybe you are taking your left leg up. If you're going towards dorsal fin, you have to move slowly. Just think of moment to moment what you are doing. Forget about where you're going. It's good practice. Stay in the moment. Press left elbow towards the hand, forward and down. Create space in that left shoulder. Then you can lift your right arm up. If that left shoulder feels spacious, you got room to move, great. Put your right heel down or strongly reach back, straight back through your right leg. Left leg goes up and maybe you connect, hand to foot. When you take the leg up, if you're practicing, reach out like you're trying to paint the wall behind you with your toes. That will help you have the balance. If you just pop the leg up, you'll fall over. Go slow. Take your time. All right, releasing out of that. Come on down. Let's meet in downward facing dog. Warrior 2, bring your right foot forward between your hands. Warrior 2, let's do some shoulder shrugs. Deepen the bend in your front knee, relax your arms. Inhale into your upper back. Hold the breath. Shoulders up, shoulders straight back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and draw them down. Inhale into your upper back. Exhale, move the middle border of the shoulder blades together and draw down. Bend your elbows, inhale. Exhale, send the bottom tips of the shoulder blades together and ease it down. Let's do that whole thing one more time. 3 breaths on your own. You can close your eyes. It's the upper and the middle and the lower parts of the shoulder blade area. Feeling what's different about each of them. And I tend to jut my chin forward. See if that's true for you. And lengthen up through the back of the skull. Reverse warrior, also known as peaceful warrior. Shanti, Shanti Virasana. Virabhadra was a famous warrior. Thus, warrior 1 and 2 are called Virabhadrasana 1 and 2. Extended side ankle. Forearm can come to the thigh if that feels good. And reach your left arm up and over. It's not going to dangle. You're going to reach out, strong, long line. Keep that whole left side in one line. Draw the shoulders down. Turn on your core so you're connected into your lower belly. It's not spilling out. Release your hands down. Step back to plank. Come down. Shalabhasana. Lift feet, hands, and heart. Exhale down. Downward facing dog. Left foot forward, warrior two, shoulder shrugs. All right, feel your feet. Deepen the bend in the front knee. Inhale into upper back. Hold that breath, shoulders up, shoulders straight back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and draw them down. Inhale into upper back. Exhale, move the middle border of the shoulder blades together and draw it down. Bend your elbows. Inhale into upper back. Exhale, send the bottom tips of the shoulder blades towards each other. And release. One more time on your own. Float the arms out. Reverse warrior, shanti warrior, peaceful warrior. Lots of different names for all the poses. A lot of English names, translations, sometimes not the actual translation from the Sanskrit. Extended side angle. In Sanskrit, this is Parshavankanasana. I think that kona means angle. So you get Badakanasana, Upavishtakanasana, everything's got like an angle in it. That has K-O-N in part of the Sanskrit. All right, bring the hands down, come all the way down. Shalabhasana. This is Locust Pose. Arms by the side, palms face up. Lift up, feet, hands, heart. Release down, head on back to downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward into warrior one. Let's do warrior one with archer arms. You might want a strap or a towel. Left arm's going to go up, pat yourself on the back, drop that strap or towel. You could take right hand to the left elbow, or you could bind. Moving into a twist. You can do that from Warrior One. You could move into a lunge. You could put your knee down if that would feel good to you. Left elbow to the right thigh, or bind if you wish. So as you're feeling into this twist, draw your right hip straight back, right sit bone back towards the back of the mat. Lengthen your left rib cage forward towards the front of your mat. And then exhale, twist. Lounge lunge, put your back knee on padding if you need to. Go for stretching the left side of the body. Keep the top of the left thigh facing the floor. Walk your left hand forward and then out to the left a little bit. So left ribs move towards left hand. You can rotate your right toes out, let them go out, and take any variation that would feel good. You could hold on to your left foot with your right hand. All right, come on out of that. Put the hands down, step back. Come into Locust Pose with the hands clasped. Shalabhasana. There you go. Inhale, come up. Feet, hands, heart. Release. Downward facing dog. Warrior One. Left foot forward. Gomukhasana arms. Gomukhasana is cow face pose. You can take your left hand to your right elbow. You can grab strap or towel or bind in any way that feels good to you. You've got your back foot on an angle press and spin your heel, your right heel back towards the back of the mat. That'll bring your right butt, right side of sacrum a little more forward. Deepen your breath. Twisting warrior, twisting lunge. So your left hip goes back. The sit bone, send it back. And then your knee kind of goes out. You got to send the knee forward at the same time. Then your right ribs lengthen forward. And then you have little room. Notice I can get down on this thigh, but that's not right now what I'm wanting to do because I'm really wanting to wring out my rib cage. So just know there's always options. Listen to your body. Release the hands down, the back knee down, lounge lunge. How you take this variation, up to you. Really feeling top of the right thigh faces the earth. Bring your right ribs around. You can bend the right knee, hold on to the foot. Release, unwind, come on down. If it would feel good to you, hold on to your feet. If not, do one of the last variations we did with the legs straight. Dhanurasana, 5 breaths. Release, head back to downward facing dog. Lunge, step your right foot forward, keep your back knee up, keep your hips low. Feel if you can stay really low, your hips level with your front knee, so you're not popping up into more like a warrior stance. Get down low, hands on your sacrum. We're gonna let the hips come down and then bend your left knee and straighten it without raising and lowering, just the back knee. You're drawing the belly in. You can put one hand on lower belly, one hand on sacrum. Try to keep your pelvis as still as possible. Working butt, working top of thighs so as deepen your breath. Lengthening the spine. Okay, straighten the leg. That was just a little strengthening and connection move. Hold on to the base of your skull. A little holding of your head, brain cradling. So you like create a little cradle in the clasped hands, holding onto your head. No strain. Let your heavy head rest in your hands if you can. All right. Come down, put your back knee down. Grab your strap. All right. If you do not have a strap, you can hold on to the foot with both hands. If your knees don't like this, stay in a lunge here, okay? Because we are doing dancer pose later, so wait for that. Energetically pull your front heel back towards the back of the mat. Feel the tug on the left knee. Like a good tug, like the inner thighs are connected to one another, because they are. All right. Come out of that. Let's go right back to downward dog briefly. Left foot forward into lunge. Stay low. Get down low. Feel your legs. You can have a hand on the belly, or actually it's a hand on the pubic bone, hand on the sacrum. Bend right knee forward and straighten it. Stay low. You're not popping up and down. Just really connecting into the legs. Your strong and powerful legs support any back bend that you do. So we only think about like, oh, I'm going to open my heart. I'm going to do this great back bend. You're also going to work your legs. All right. Holding on to the base of the skull. It's the occiput and the occipital muscles. They get really tight and tense. Let your head rest into your hands. Ease on out of that. Put your back knee on padding. Strap around the foot. All right, release. Stand up. Natarajasana, Shiva Nataraj, the dancer pose. Dance of creation, the dance of life. That's the mythology of this pose. I'm using a strap because I really want to open my chest and my shoulders today. You don't have to use a strap for this pose. I'm also thinking about it. I said mythology. That implies that it comes from the Hindu religion, and I don't mean to demean that religion, calling it mythology. I have deep respect. All right. Come down onto your mat. You have bridge, wheel, bridge. Do any variation, any sequence that works for you. You could do one, you could do several. I'm going to go for 3 Urdhva Dhanurasana wheel times 3. If you know other variations of this, by all means, go for it. You could take a leg up. You could do wheel walkovers. Have fun. Practicing 3 of these comes from my days in practicing Ashtanga. In Ashtanga, you do 3 wheels, and it always felt like, oh gosh, I don't want to do it, I can't. And then I would do that 3rd one, and it would feel amazing. And also, many times I listen to my body, and my body doesn't want to do 3. So just an idea, just an option. Finish. Come back up slowly to stand. That was deep back bending. I know that my spine would like to do a few standing poses to release that energy. So for my body, I'm going to start in Parshavankanasana, extended side angle. You can do forearm on the thigh. You can put a hand on a block. You can put a hand on the floor, like I'm doing. This for me feels really good in my lower back to get the energy moving from all of that back bending to really stretch it out. So I'm beginning to warm down my lower back. Let's go to the other side. So you don't even have to come up to stand. You can get there any way you want or do it the way I did. Come on back to center. Turn the toes to point towards that long edge of your mat. Bend your knees and come up. All right. Now come into horse stance. Get down low. Put your hands on your thighs. Let's take a twist to each side. And come up, Prasarita Padottanasana, fold forward. Toes are pointing straight ahead. You can take a twist to each side if you want, or take flank stretch. All right, release, come into child's pose. Pigeon. Get padding. Do this on your back if it doesn't work on your knees. All right, coming up, let's bring your left leg around. Classical spinal twist. This is Ardha Matsyendrasana. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, twist to the left. My left foot is down to the outside of my right knee. Come into pigeon on the other side. You can get there any way you get there. Bring your right leg around. Twist. Release. Put your legs out in front of you. You can draw the flesh out. You can come into a forward fold any way that you like here. I'm going to come into a half bound forward fold. You could do Janu Shirshasana, putting the foot on the inner thigh like tree pose. I've got my foot in half lotus. Second side. Release, lay down on your back. So you can immediately just hug the knees into your chest. And you might want to just lay there for a moment, rocking a little bit side to side. Moving into a twist, you can take one knee across or both. And just twist it out. Pick a side. Take your twist. Take your time. Use your breath. Really honor your lower back and how you're feeling right now. You can always use a block. Your knee doesn't have to come all the way down to the floor. It could come onto the block like that. All right. Well, the rest of your practice is yours. You could come into a plow pose, any release for the lower back that would feel good to you. Trust your body. Or come into Shavasana if you feel ready for that. And have a lovely, lovely Shavasana. Rest for 10 minutes if you can. Thanks for joining.